Yeah, just go whenever you like.
Hello, my name is Tuyen. I am a Vietnamese. I would like now to tell you a bit about Vietnam modern history. Vietnam modern history starting from 1802 with the rule of King Nguyen, and when this dynasty came to power, they need a lot of military support from the French, and that is why the French had some privileges in Vietnam. But then when after having a good understanding about the country, they sent troops over occupying Vietnam starting from 1862. They occupied southern Vietnam, and then they came up to Hanoi in 1884. And after occupying the city of Hanoi, they were ruling Indochina, Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, and they stayed here up until 1945. But during the Second World War, the Vichy government surrendered, giving the chance for the Japanese to come in here. They stay in Vietnam starting from 1940 up to 1945. Actually, the French still ruled Vietnam at the time, but the Japanese, they had to follow the Japanese. And then in March 1945, the Japanese kicked the French away, and they replaced the French in here for only 5 months until they were defeated by the Allied forces in August 1945. They had to leave the country, and for that, Ho Chi Minh took a good chance. He declared independence for the country in 1945, giving birth to the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. But the French came back in late 1946, and they again ruled Vietnam for 9 more years up until 1954. When they were defeated in Dien Bien Phu, they had to leave Vietnam, and they should leave Vietnam with honor by moving down south first before moving totally out of the country. That's the main reason why Vietnam was divided into two parts. It was a communist north led by Ho Chi Minh in North Vietnam, and it was a pro-American government led by Diem in South Vietnam. And Diem stayed at the power until 1963 until he was assassinated. And then when after Diem was killed, Southern Vietnam was the leader of South Vietnam was kind of busy fighting together for power, and they did not realize that the communist became stronger and stronger. That's why the American feared that the communism may have its influence in South Vietnam, and from there it enlarged its influence in the whole region. That's one main reason why they said that they wanted to save South Vietnam from the danger of communism by sending troops over down to southern Vietnam, helping southern government fighting communist not. And the fighting between Vietnam and America going on up until 1973. And after a lot of suffering, a lot of losses, they signed the Paris Treaty in 1973. And those American troops withdrew out of South Vietnam within 1973, and North Vietnam released any American POW out of Hanoi. But the war continued between the two Vietnam for 2 more years up until 1975. And after the fall of Saigon on the 30th of April 1975, it put an end to the regime of South Vietnam. And then in July 1976, after a general election, Vietnam became one country, and the name of the country changed to the Socialist Republic of Vietnam as it is nowadays.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay.